The stumbling block for all freelancers is sales. How do you guarantee you're going to have work once you finish your current project? In this episode, we share our 4-step process on nurturing prospective clients and how to best sell yourself as a videographer. Just to give you guys a bit of context, JP is obviously within BizVideo. He's our business development sales manager, director. So he's the guy that kind of talks to all our clients, our builder clients, and you're always doing sales. You're doing this obviously 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. Now I do understand with the videographer freelancers, our audience listening to this, a big thing is you're not necessarily going to have a JP as a salesperson within it, but there are really cool ways that you can kind of bring in some things that JP is going to share with us today to kind of help your business and make things easier to really kind of buy back time and be able to focus on the stuff that you love to do, which is the creative. I guess the big problem here for videographers is, they got work going on now, but then how are you making sure you're going to be getting more people coming to you wanting to get work done in the future? Even using like what we do with our builders. What's something within our marketing, how we're kind of nurturing that to allow clients to be more educated and understand the value that we provide?
Well, there's a number of things. Educating them on the process, so your process and how it solves their problems, not just creating them a video, but the journey, whether you help them with storyboarding or planning or all of that, the clarity of things like that. A lot of people come and go, I need a video, something like this. They actually don't really know what they want. And that is one area I think you can really start differentiating yourself is, well, we help you get really clear on what this needs to be. So for a videographer, just going, hey, look at this cool video that we did. I mean, maybe this might be a bursting the bubble, but there are other people out there who could probably create something pretty close or the same.
Or even better.
Yeah. And no client will ever fully appreciate the energy and effort and blood, sweat and tears you put into creating that.
Yes.
Because that's not what they do.
That's right.
So you need to understand what are the actual problems this person has. Like I don't buy a drill, I buy the hole in the wall.
Perfect. That's such a good thing.
So understanding that, because then it's like, okay, well, my clients, they need clarity. They need a strategy. They need this to be efficient. They need as much hands off as they can. I need to lead them through this. And so when you are telling stories to differentiate, client testimonials, those are the things you want to start highlighting in that. You don't want someone saying, yeah, they created a great video for us. It was amazing. No, yes, that was the natural fruit of it. But where else was the value provided? They helped me come up with all the ideas because I didn't know what I needed. The videographer ran the entire day for me. I just had to turn up. They had everything organized. How much responsibility can you take? Are you asking for the contact details of locations and then you going and organizing it? And they're honestly just turning up for the day.
You're making it so easy for them.
Our team does that sometimes for a client story. It's, can you reach out to your client? Just give them a heads up, then give us the number, and then we can nurture them.
Yeah, it takes
we can educate them. Otherwise, our client's like, oh, I don't know, how do I explain to them what this is? Just reach out and just ask them, would you consider doing some video with us and the team? Yeah, I would. You don't have to commit. Just consider it. Do you mind if I give your contact details to the company that'll take care of it, and they can answer any questions you have? You don't have to make the decision now. So just making it really easy for that person. But then also, and we'll touch on it in a sec, where else are you providing value?
That throws us to the next topic, which is the second stage.
Which is the classic sales part of the process. Yeah.
The client now maybe comes to you or someone's referred you or whatever, and now you've got to sit down with them. How do you see sales? Talking about that diagnose, prescribe before diagnosing, or that topic.
So my role is to talk to someone and really listen, understand what their problem is, because that's the other thing, and I think the videographers would understand this, you can't help everyone. So get really clear on, and that can be a topic for another day, who is your ideal client? And you go, okay, so sometimes before I jump on a sales meeting with someone, so on Zoom, which is where I'll ask questions. If they're a good fit, I'll then present. And just remind myself, I'm here to help. Listen first, understand what their problem is, and then I can assess whether or not this is a project I want to take on and I can help them.
That's right.
So you've got to be ethical about it. And I think it's also, you need to have self-respect and self-dignity, because you're going to have someone that comes to you and says, all right, so pitch me, go. Tell me what you can do for me. Tell me. You're going to get those people. And that's where you got to say, look, I don't know if we're going to be a good fit.
Yeah.
And that can be very blunt, and they'll definitely cause the person to be like, what? You haven't even pitched me.
Yeah.
So then you might say, well, yeah, man, I don't even know what you need.
Yeah.
You really want to be, it's called flipping the script.
Yes.
Don't let that person have the let's say power.
Yeah.
You want to control it.
Yes.
You don't, like you said, you don't walk into a doctor and say, hi doc, sore throat. Can you just write me just prescribe me, I don't know, antibiotics. Can you just give it to me?
Yeah.
No, the doctor's going to go, sure. Look, I'll grab my pad out in a sec. So tell me, how long have you been having this for?
Yeah.
You see the doctor just flipped the script there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Would love to get you the information, tell you everything that we do. Before I do that, so I don't just tell you everything and it might be of no use to you. What are you looking for in a video? X, Y, Z. Okay.
Why are you looking?
Why is that important to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Why now? Okay. And if you achieve that, what would that mean for you? What would that mean for the business? What would that? Okay. So now what you're doing, asking those questions, you're actually understanding what their goal is. That way, when you are presenting, you can attribute your services to helping them achieve that goal.
Perfect.
The video is just a vehicle.
Perfect. And that is like the key thing, eh? Like it sounds so simple, but that's like the key thing that can, like, you've got to put it back to that goal.
And you got to practice that,
Yeah.
get that structure in place, because I mean, it happens a lot less, and that comes back to phase one. How much of your marketing is doing the pre-educating, pre-selling before they come to you and positioning you as an authority? That will get a lot of people to disqualify themselves and not even talk to you. But I mean, every now and again, we still might get someone comes and goes. So, I mean, we had someone the other day just saw the sign, which is a great example. They saw the sign outside, they walked in. So they have no pre-education on who we are and what we do. So they walked in and goes, so what do you guys do here? How much for a video? So, what? Like, and so having a process is really important.
Yeah.
Having the same hypothetical front door, everyone comes in. So everyone that comes and talks to us, before I book a meeting with them, I'm going to ask them, how much of us have you consumed?
Yes.
So if someone reaches out to you and wants to have a chat with you about video, how much it cost, I would love to have a chat to you about that. Have you had a chance to see any of our work, or where did you come across us? Okay. Get an understanding of how much value do you think that they've built in their head and how they're looking at you. Oh, I just Googled local videographers. Oh, awesome. So you just found them a number and, yeah, great. Oh, well, thanks so much. Thank you. So, thanking them. Thanks so much for reaching out and giving me the opportunity. How about we book a meeting in so I can understand exactly what it is that you want to achieve through that. If someone is really arrogant, they're going to say, no, just give me a price. You don't want to work with them. But if you can stop them and go, no, but I'd love to find out what all you want to achieve through this project, the scope that you have in mind. Someone who's wanting to create something really great, really good, they'll appreciate that. And then that's where you then move into this phase two of your typical, and that's where you want to then ask questions and prescribe. But that also gives you an opportunity to say, hey, let's book that meeting in for tomorrow or next week. I'm going to send you a link to some stuff that I think will be relevant, some of the work that we've done that I think, based on what you shared with me, might be similar to what you have in mind. Have a look at that. If it resonates, I can't wait to chat with you next week. If it doesn't resonate and it's not at all what you want, let me know and we can cancel the meeting. Or if there are some aspects of it which you like, great, then we can talk about how we can maybe make something that's particular to you.
That's cool. So to kind of like go, that's all. And I love that context, everything you've given there. Because like in our aspect, like working with builders, someone might get referred through to us, or they've come through whatever way, let's say through Facebook or whatever. The way you normally do it is kind of like have that first call with them, which is like just to see if this is a right fit or whatever. And the way you nurture is then obviously you go to the discovery call, which is where you kind of present. You find out more when you present.
That's where I do a lot of the qualifying or diagnosing.
So how do you nurture throughout that process to get them to understand more, just plain simply, even just running us, giving your example a little bit?
Yeah. So let's say I'm someone goes, hey, Jack said you guys do video. I love what you guys did for him. How much? I'm looking at maybe doing something like that as well. That's a classic. People don't always want to look so keen. It's like, I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that. But, maybe it obviously depends on the price.
Yeah.
And you go, awesome, man. Well, thanks so much. What exactly did you like about that? What stood out to you about that? You liked the emotional side of things. Okay, great. Why would that be, why is that important to you? Is that something, I wanted to achieve this. Okay. And is what you're currently doing, you don't have much emotion involved in that? No. Okay. And is that causing any sort of problems with your sales process? Well, it's bringing me clients that aren't really engaged with me and see my value. So now you get him to open up a little bit. Like, okay, great. Well, excellent. Well, I'd love to maybe just go a few more questions and make sure that what we do can actually help you, because it doesn't help everyone. So
that's a good thing to bring up.
Yeah, that's really
awesome.
good just to go, hey, before you think I'm going to sell my soul to you, let's put up some boundaries here. We can't help everyone. What we do doesn't suit everyone. I need to make sure ethically that it is going to be a fit and it can help you. But to do that, I need to understand who you are, where you're at, and what are you trying to achieve, and see if I think that what we do is the vehicle that can move you from one to the other. So how about we jump on a chat tomorrow or the next day? Excellent. And I'm going to send you some stuff.
So you're nurturing there.
I'm nurturing them.
You chatted a little bit to them in that first call.
Yeah.
Just finding out more. But then you kind of pre-frame them. You're going to send them stuff before the session.
That's right. Also by pausing it there and go, hey, let's put this in place, you're also showing a level of professionalism. I have a process that we follow here.
Yeah. And creates confidence in them.
And other professionals respect that, because they wouldn't be where they're at without putting certain processes and systems in place. And so then it also gives you time. It allows them time to feed on your content, whatever you've created, to have interactions with you. And even just little things like, I'm going to send you this, X, Y, Z. Then you send it. What you've done in their mind is gone, I'm going to do this. And then you did it. So straight away that establishes trust. Compared to someone else goes, yeah, I'll send it to you straight away. And then you send it tomorrow. What that does in their mind, he goes, oh, you're not a man of your word. So just little things like that, be aware of. If I'm going to say, I'm going to send you something, send it. If you put a time on, I'll send you this afternoon, send this afternoon. And if you can, do a lot of that.
And the great thing about this is let's say this prospective client has gone to a couple of videographers. You're one of those, and you're already putting this professional structure in place. You're kind of catching them off guard with these little text, or even like a little selfie. I know you're like a big believer.
Big on the selfie.
Just sending like a selfie and just bringing your excitement to it. People like to feel like, man, this guy that I'm going to work with, he's excited and he's really genuinely interested. So doing that kind of thing is now already going to set you apart, so that when you do propose your pricing structure or whatever you do, and even if you're way more, the value is going to be there.
Yeah, the value's already been established during that for a number of reasons. One, you've educated them on marketing prior to the sales part of the things. But you've also educated them throughout the sales process. Before price. Plus, you've had multiple engagements to build that rapport and relationship and sort of an emotional connection. So ideally what you want when you put the price in front of them, well, we always say investment, because we need them to really understand that this is investment. So when I put in front of you the packages and the investment,
not price, it's investment. And
we have some of our clients that laugh, and then the next week they go, I changed all my wording in my documentation to investment.
But it is an investment.
It is, definitely. And then you want them to be able to justify and make sense of that investment themselves. So when they see that, they go, oh yeah, cool. Because the other guy, maybe, I don't know, you said 5K, 10K. The other guy said 4K or 8K. I'm going to go with you. Because you've been professional. You said you're going to do this. You did it. Because understanding them and their situation, that comes back to diagnosing. Are they super busy? Are they trying to grow their company to make more sales? Are they trying to systemize their processes or whatever? You've proven that you are professional, that you're going to stick to your word, so they know they can rely on you to get the job done. It is far more costly to them, and especially if they're professional, to do it cheap and have to redo it, or do it cheap and it causes more problems. And that's another topic.
Yeah, that's good. And that shows you the power of nurturing. Nurturing is like a little text or a little bit. You're just touching, you're just nurturing the thing. It's just kind of like pushing it just a little bit. So let's keep moving. But that's some great stuff, and I feel like the audience listening, if there's any questions that you guys have, like write it down, because we can then have another podcast with JP. So with this specific topic, pre-production, production, post-production, just from a sales perspective, like when we're working with clients, just quickly, what are a couple of things that you do, even though you've already signed them up, but now they're working with us as a delivery team? What are ways to kind of just...
Pre-production, we would send them some structure, so help get their thought happening in terms of, what exactly do you want out of this? And so we'll have some modules for them to work through. So that shows, again, professionalism, that we have structure in place to get you the best outcome. So they know, cool, I know that I can jump in this, it's going to get everything out of my head that I need to. And then using, again, those little casual interactions would be like, if you have an idea or something pops into your head, and this is something I'd always encourage you, if something pops into your head or someone pops into your head, use it as a little trigger to, let me engage them. Even if it's a little text and say, have a great day. Or in this case, we're looking at pre-production. Hey, Scott, man, just myself, or if you have a team, myself and the team, we're just super excited. Can't wait to catch up with you tomorrow for our planning. We've already got some awesome ideas, but first we really want to hear your ideas, and then we'll go from there. What that says is you're thinking about them, you're excited to work with them, and you're already thinking ahead. You're not going to rock up the day and go, oh, Scott, what are we doing again today? That is hugely unprofessional. And so those little interactions go a long way. And it's just a text, and and don't be offended when they don't respond. They're busy, but you've sent it, you've done your part.
They've seen it.
And they've seen it.
And that's the same thing with productions. Like if you're getting to production, it's like the day before or whatever, it's like, or even afterwards, just highlighting a couple good things. That's another way, that's just nurturing. And same with post-production. When you've filmed everything and you're creating that video, editing it, like the biggest thing is to touch base with them every week. Make them feel like, man, these guys are busy with my project. Because the biggest thing I think with the audience listening to us is, and this is what we used to be way back, was like, you don't want to, like, you're starting to edit the video, but you don't want to like reach out to the client, say something about it. You just want to keep quiet, because you don't want to open a can of worms going, oh, shit, like they'll be like, how are you going? Why is it taking so long?
Again, they want to know that they're being taken care of, and you're going to have way more control of the entire journey with that client if you're leading the way. And
then they'll remember that, because next time they need to do it again, they'll think of you like, man, how can I not choose you again? Because, man, you made life so much easier. If I choose someone else now and they don't do that, what could that mean for me?
Then you've got the day of production, again, leading them through. Always go, hey, we've done that. Awesome. Now we're going to move into this. Tell them what you're going to be doing next, so that they don't have to think. Take away the thinking from them, because they've got a lot going on in their mind. They're running their own business, or they're doing their own tasks and projects. So, okay, great. We finished that. That was fantastic. And encourage them. We're human beings. We're all going to be very self-conscious and critical of ourselves. And so we're going to think we didn't do we didn't shoot it right, or we didn't say the right thing, or this. I mean, we all know
that's
how often
thing.
Does that come up? I get a call, man, I really don't think that I did a great job today. Can you ask the production team to shoot again?
Literally.
And we learn from that and go, okay, great. After every little shoot or throughout the day, affirm them. You're doing a fantastic job. Man, that is so much gold. There's really nothing more we could pack into that. That's more than enough than what we need. But also be authentic about it. People can sniff fake. So really find some things that they did do well and highlight and keep their attention on those things that they did really well.
Correct.
Because you're a great editor, I'm sure you can work with an abundance there and make something amazing. And then once the day's finished, text them. Fantastic. You really nailed it today. You did it phenomenally. I can't wait to jump in and start creating. And then we move into post-production. Then you want to say, this is a spectrum of how much you want to communicate. You can say, this week we're going to be working on this. And then you go away and work. And then come Friday, so that might be on a Monday email. Monday you say, hey, this is what we accomplished this week. It was really good. We love what we're seeing. Just, again, all that footage, I've been going through it this week and editing it and putting it on a timeline. And it's looking really good. Honestly, It's great because in their mind, they've got this self-doubt going. They've got self-doubt. Did we do it? Did we do it right? Are we going to have to do it again?
Yeah.
So just keep affirming them. And then this is what we're going to be doing next week.
Yeah.
And I know one thing that we learned was communicating to them on a Friday.
Yes.
Was massive rather than they get into office Monday and they're going, oh man, because their mind relaxed over the weekend. So they weren't thinking about what was in front of them. So on the weekend they go, hey, that video, how's that coming along?
Yeah.
Monday morning, how's that video? Where's it at? What have you done?
Yeah.
How much longer?
And then suddenly when you as a videographer get that email, you're like kind of like, oh man, like you're already on a back foot. And you got to understand, like normally when you're working with business people, they get back Monday mornings, it's planning, the planning stage of the week. So of course they're going to follow up.
Yeah.
So if they see in their inbox already from Friday, like, oh yeah, here's the update on the video.
Yeah.
That's already like, shit, I'm in good hands.
Yeah. And that's a great deal. I mean, that's been huge with the feedback from our clients in terms of nurturing.
I used to be like, we'd be working on the projects and I'd be like, oh, I hope the client doesn't email us. And I was like, oh, I don't want to necessarily email them now because I feel like we only progressed this much.
And they come back with questions and can of worms. Yeah.
So it's just being proactive on that level.
Yeah. And highlighting, I know one thing that I do sometimes with clients, even when it's in post-production and the guy's editing it and I can see it comes up on the screen and I recognize the client, I'll sometimes just send them a photo and be like, man, the team's busy editing it. It's coming along amazingly. And then, I often will get a text. You go, how's that coming along? Can we see something about it? And then again, it's where taking control. And because you've done so much nurturing and established a level of professionalism in the relationship and trusting, you then have the ability to say, when they say to you, oh, can you send us something through? I would love to, but I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Yeah.
I'll let you know as soon as it's ready, but it is coming along really well.
Yes.
They're not going to push back on that.
No.
You've already established so much trust and again, professionalism. You know what you're doing. They're going to take that.
Yes.
They're just testing.
Yes.
Like they're just little kids. They're excited.
And then when we come to this, obviously to the screening stage of perspective, for a creator, sometimes, this is where you're showing your work in a way.
Yeah,
it can be daunting.
It
can be, I know for me, having been through telling a whole lot of stories, it's always a scary thing for me because my heart's like racing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, to be honest, nervous when clients come in.
Because you put so much effort into it. You want them to love it.
Yeah, that's right. And the big thing, and JP can fill in on this, is that when they come in, once again, we kind of pre-frame, okay, cool guys. So today we're going to be, showcasing these stories. And, obviously just to kind of get everyone on the same page again, the reason why you guys came on board was X, Y, Z. Maybe you can give us the spill on that. But it's... And just saying, I'm excited to show you guys today. I feel like it's turned out really good. Yeah. It's building confidence.
Yeah.
Well, how would you kind of articulate?
Definitely. So, one, really excited for screening. Send them a little text, send them a selfie the day before or once they've booked that in. So with us, we'll email them and say, hey, your story's ready. We'd love for you to come in and watch it or online and watch it with us. Here's a link, book it in. Really excited. So one, you're telling them that you're excited. So they know that, well, if you're excited, you're the expert, you made it. It must be good. So you're already starting there to sort of pre-frame them to know that it's good because we're human beings. We're going to need affirmation. Keep in mind, these people, there's a good chance they've never seen themselves. And for a lot of our clients, they've never seen themselves on camera, or if it's on camera, it's not like this. For us, our stories are very emotional, so it's very new to them. But pre-frame them. You're excited, and then when they come in. I know we keep optimizing things and making things better. And so we've recently made little tweaks just to go over a bit of, the journey so far. And we just remind them of, hey, remember when you came to us? This is what you were looking to have solved. This is the problem that you needed a solution to. Then we started working together. And you loved the story designing process. Yeah, we enjoyed that. That's right. And you're building them up and getting them excited, and also reminding them of that's where you were, and then we were on this journey, and the day went well. You loved it, fantastic. Now the team are really excited to show this video. We can't wait, for you guys to see it. What's going through your heads right now? 99% of the time they're going to say, "Oh, we're excited and we're nervous too." I don't know. We never. Great. Let them let them share that with you. Helps them just like relax. Now the elephant's out of the room, and then depending on the client and how much we've survived from them, how self-conscious they are, we might say to them prior to watching it, hey, everyone is self-conscious when they see themselves the first time, and multiple times after that. We still get self-conscious of ourselves when we see ourselves in video. So watch this. This is a really true, honest, beautiful reflection of you guys. That's what we honestly believe. We've gotten to know you and we've created this. But you potentially might be self-conscious. That's very human. But we're excited, so let's watch it.
Yeah.
So that's if they're very self-conscious. Otherwise, we would watch it, and then I might raise that topic, because you can see it. They're like, yeah, and there's a mix of reaction depending. Again, we're dealing with human beings; they're variables. So once the video is finished watching, another big thing is having their full attention. So we like to control the screening process. Lights out, phones down, phones on flight mode, turn it off. Try not to screen a video. Try not to send them. That's a big one. You know, in the past, you guys go, oh, here's a video, it's sent. They're going to watch that in the wrong frame of mind, or potentially wrong frame of mind in the wrong environment. Whereas when you take more control of that environment and how they are watching it and when they watch it and the state of their mind when they watch it, outcome is 99.9% of the time perfect, and they love it.
That's right.
But then they watch it, and then again, they're going to be self-conscious. So some people are going to love it straight away. Some people they don't know how to react to themselves, seeing themselves in front of you. So this is something that I've noticed. If someone's very humble and really doesn't like the whole tall poppy and stuff like that, then they're not going to say, wow, that's great, because they're looking at that video and it's like, oh, it looks like it's all about me. If I say it's great, then it looks like I'm talking myself up. So that's where you then need to come in and go, man, you guys are phenomenal.
That's right.
You guys
and point out the good things they did.
Yeah.
That you thought was really good.
Yeah.
Because straight away, it throws their focus off, and it kind of makes them focus on the good stuff.
Yeah.
People need validation. They need affirmation.
Big time. And I think also, if you're going back to pre-production, if you've gone through storyboard and they've highlighted what are the really key points that have come across, you want to make sure obviously that's in there as well, because then you can say, man, that's who you guys are, and they agreed on that. It's not as though they just talked and you made the video how you wanted it to look.
That's right.
Because then they could say anything about it. But
yeah.
Then
that's cool.
Just affirming them. A big thing is just affirming them and then going, it's amazing, man, I can't wait. And then shift their mind to,
okay,
what's next?
Yeah.
And so they can start to see, again, tie the video as a vehicle, tie it to what's the goal, what are we trying to achieve here?
Correct. So we're pretty much at time, but we've got one more stage to go, because then that kind of goes from, like, in that session we kind of go, cool, what's next?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we used to have the problem, and a lot of videographers might relate to this, is you give them the video and it's like, okay, cool, bye, like, see you later. And then they go like, I don't know what to do with this video. Like, do I put it on YouTube or like whatever? So this is obviously a big thing where you continue the nurturing, because this is a very important stage. Like, if you can really make them feel happy through this and provide the solution, then they're going to come back to you again.
Yeah.
Also, they're going to refer you to people. Yeah. So here you're just opening up new work opportunities. So this is where a lot of videographers maybe don't do it right. And there's a lot of opportunity here. Yeah. So I guess two aspects, the distribution, and then, or I'll let you kind of just touch on the nurturing side of that, and how we utilize this next stage to kind of help them, but also create opportunity for us.
Yeah. So like you said, a lot of people don't know what to do with the video. They think posting it on socials and they're done. And they think once they post it, the world's going to see it. It's not how Facebook and Instagram work. That's not how Mark Zuckerberg's created it. If it's business, so I should just highlight that, if it's a business using the platform. So understanding and helping your client understand what are all the different ways that I could use this video. So we have a program we give to the client, and we give them access to, which is a video plus some formats and templates and stuff like that to use on all the different ways to distribute the video.
Yep. So it's an extra value add that we give them.
Huge value add, because you can create the most amazing video, and if they don't use it, it's worth nothing to them.
Yep.
It has not moved them any closer to their goal.
And it doesn't get your work out there either.
Yeah.
So this distribution obviously kind of gives them a lot of options and things to work through straight after the video.
Yeah.
So the video doesn't just sit there.
Yeah. And we've made it in a pre-recorded video with screen share, so that it's actual, I can see exactly what it looks like to do that or implement that. And we focus on marketing and sales. So in marketing, you're going to have that initial distribution. How do I initially distribute this video out there to my audience, to the market? And then from a sales perspective, we help them understand what are all the different ways that they can use it. So this would be for the videographers listening to this. If you're B2B, helping businesses, then helping them with their sales. What are the different ways they can use this in their sales process? So from a marketing distribution, posting it organically is actually the bottom of our list. It's the last thing we recommend doing. And we do that because if we put that, or a number of reasons, but one, if we put it first, people would feel like they put it there, they get quick affirmation from friends and family, and they think, there we go, I'm done. And they don't think about what are all the other ways to use it. And then they don't get the greater return on that investment. So we make it last. So hold out till that. You complete all of this other stuff, then you get the candy. So that outlines all those different things that they can do with it, marketing and sales. And then I will, again, taking control, I say, I'm going to send this to you. Jump right into it. And often I'll say, in 5 weeks' time, today I'm going to send you an invite for us to catch up in 5 weeks' time to see how you're going with this.
Perfect.
Because then they know, awesome. One, they want accountability. Every one of our clients thank us for that accountability. They also know that they're going to be able to check in with you. And it just gives them security to know that, okay, this isn't just, hey, bye, and I never see you again for whatever reason.
It's after service, it's good.
And so then we catch up with it that time, and a lot of the time they haven't completed it all. So it's really good that you're then catching up and going, hey, I'm not here to do that to you, but highlight for them the opportunity that they're missing out on. And that encourages them to jump back in and keep going and keep using it in all different sorts of ways. And then often at that stage, hearing how's business going, what has been some of the feedback you've had so far. So that way they're sharing, and you're reminding them of, hey, what are all the affirmation, external affirmation, it's not just from you, that has come so far from this project, the story that they've now had made by you, and it's linking you to that. And then you want to understand, how's business going, how's things going, and that's where you're going to start to hear problems that they're having, and that's where you might have some solutions. So that's a future opportunity for you to help them create more video. Otherwise, if they haven't executed on a whole lot of that distribution, we can still play around with some ideas and stuff like that, think creatively. Sometimes people have completed everything, and then we just talk about other creative ideas in addition to that.
Cool.
And then I might say, hey, how about we catch up in another month or two's time, and just check in on how you're going, and make sure that you've executed on some more of those ways in which to distribute the video and use it in sales. So it gives me another catch up. So then you're kind of forcing them to stay tethered to you. And so you're the one that they're going to be coming back to for future projects.
Oh, 100%. So I guess just to cap everything, there's those 4 different phases. You've got the marketing, sales, the delivery, meaning like pre-production, production, post-production, and then the afterwards as well. And it's really kind of from a nurturing point of view. Remember, you're selling all the way through. Come from a nurturing perspective, really have all these touch points throughout, like what we've just discussed. And it's really going to help set you apart as a videographer freelancer and kind of allow you to build more opportunity for the future. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It's awesome chatting to you, JP. Like, there's just so much stuff we can learn from you, man. And guys, like, if there's anything that you want to ask JP or things that we can maybe dive into more, then comment below. But more importantly,
I'll get videographers reaching out, asking me questions. So go for it.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely do that. And until the next podcast, we'll see you next time. Thanks, Japes.
Thanks,
Cheers, man.